Alright, I think I fixed it now. Delete this one. Why can I not delete it now? There we go, delete. And then this one is live, bitch. Alright, I fixed it. Make sure that's locked in right there. I'm excited, guys. I'm expecting to see a lot of good things. Hopefully, we see a lot of Dynasty news because that's what I love. Dynasty, how the NIL is going to work with it. Got 8 minutes. Some Gator fans in there. Just gonna chill, man, till it drop. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all excited for. I seen the little hanging mouthpieces. I think that's gonna be a nice little touch to see on the field visually. It's gonna be a good week, man. We got this dropping. NBA The Run comes out. What is it, Tuesday? Let's see. Yep, comes out Tuesday. Getting that streamed. Had to throw in the Georgia hat for this one, man. I see a lot of people excited for the mascot mode back. I don't really care for it. But hey, I'm glad that the game is being made for everybody. Oh, 11,000 people in here. This day. Hopefully the face cam good. Hopefully it ain't in the way of what they gonna be doing. I don't think it is though. I think we gonna be good. I think what EA did was smart though, to get Madden and the college football players together for one video and not separate them like they normally do, or section it off by different modes and stuff. I think that's pretty smart, Bob. Pretty sure there'll be a deep dive after the fact. And if I can find that, we will go through that as well. Saying we got 4 minutes left. They stole his entire wife's legal collection. That's crazy. Hopefully they drop the pre-orders tonight. I'll go ahead and pre-order it. And then they say the beta comes out tomorrow if you do the MVP Plus edition or whatever it's called. I can play the beta this weekend. Probably can't stream it, but I might get some clips from it and put it out once the NDA is lifted or whatever it's called. Got 3 minutes, chat. 3 minutes. Quick. Shoot it right there, boom. Right. Minute 55. Shit, oh, okay. Got a minute, chat. Got a minute. Tickets. All right. Where we at, chat? Where we at? Say waiting on them. You know, sometimes you have to refresh it, reload it and stuff. So at 8, we'll refresh it. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Why you peeking from behind the stairs, Broski? Are you saying I need to mute?
Mm-hmm.
Where we at, chat? I don't see nothing going on. Normally they do a little countdown. Man, where we at, chat? Why we ain't started yet? Like 50,000 people in this thing, man. God. Oh, hold on, let's say we live. Oh. Get the chat off the screen, dog. For argument on these headphones. There you go. Let's log in. Northwestern, okay. I don't know what you stadium it is.
Yeah, I'm him. Hey, 10 on 10, triple double off the rim. Yeah, MVP, that's gon' run a couple M's. Hey, spin a block. Yeah, I said it. It's on lock. Yes, said it. Still on top. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I'm him. Hey, 10 on 10, triple double off the rim. Yeah, MVP, that's gon' run a couple M's. Hey, spin a block. Yeah, I said it. It's on lock. Yes, said it. Still on top. Yeah, I said it. Hey.
There's a little mix between college and NFL.
Good evening and welcome to EA Sports Opening Drive, live from the Aon Grand Ballroom at Navy Pier in Chicago. I'm your host, Nick Mazesco, and tonight isn't just about two games, it's about football. EA Sports believes football is more than what happens on the field. It's about the communities, rivalries, and culture that connects fans every day. From the first snap under Friday Night Lights to the biggest moments on Sunday, it's not just about how it's played, but how it's experienced. Because this year, more than ever, every decision you make matters. How you build, how you play, and what happens next. Only EA Sports can bring fans the full football journey, from building your program, to creating your player, to proving yourself in the NFL, to running the entire league. And it's all connected. The modes, the moments, the decisions. Tonight, you're going to see how it all comes together. The players, the systems, and the decisions, and the decision makers that define this year's experience. So whether you're building your program, living your career, or running the league, this is your football journey. let's throw it over to the pride of Florida State University, Sean Grady, to take us through the future of football at EA Sports.
Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We are so happy to see you guys tonight. My name is Sean Grady. I'm the Vice President and Head of Production for EA Sports College Football and Madden NFL. And it's incredible to be here tonight in the iconic Aon Ballroom at the Navy Pier in Chicago, home of this year's Madden NFL 27 cover athlete, Caleb Williams. Let's go. And we are joined tonight online by the college football and Madden NFL communities watching with us. Thank you guys for joining us around the world. Now, we've been looking forward to this night for a long time. Those of you in the room know that for the past 2 years, this has been a private event back at our Orlando studio in Florida, where we hosted a few select community members. But tonight, we're opening it up to the entire football audience, here in the room, of course, and around the world. And we're going to show you everything we've been building in College Football 27 and Madden NFL 27, and I do mean everything. So this is our opening drive. Now, we're all football fans, and we know there's nothing like that first series. It's the first look at everything you've prepared for, months of film study, and we've studied a lot of the film from you guys in the room here. Reps, adjustments, and execution, of course. All
everything sounds good, man,
when you
but
kick off the ball. And
it's
for
gonna
us,
look good.
that moment's right now. Now, before we look ahead to the future of football, let's take a moment to celebrate the incredible athletes that represent this year's game. On College Football 27, our covers capture everything that makes the sport special. The programs, the colors, the pageantry, and of course, the big athletes that bring it all to life every Saturday. So we're very excited to share that we have our cover athletes in the building tonight: Ole Miss running back Keywan Lacey, Miami wide receiver Malachi Toney, and Oregon quarterback Dante Moore. They're somewhere here in the room. If you guys are here, say hi, wave your hands. Thanks for joining us, guys, tonight. Now, I wish Coach Signetti was here. He's gracing the deluxe edition cover, controlling the chaos from the front, but he could not make it tonight. Now let's turn our attention to
They got to
Sunday.
recruit.
This year's Madden NFL 27 cover represents the next generation of the league. A player stepping into the spotlight right here in Chicago. Any Chicago fans? Okay. Yeah. We like to say he plays Madden like a Madden character brought to life. He's made the Bears team a can't-miss team week in and week out. And anybody that watched the playoffs last year knows this. Any Packer fans in the house? You guys remember this, yeah. Sorry to remind you about that. But we're incredibly excited to have him here tonight as well. Chicago Bears quarterback and the first ever Bears cover athlete, our 27 cover star, Caleb Williams. If you're here, Caleb, say hello. All right, over the past year, our teams have been in their own version of the offseason. We're building, we're testing, we're iterating, and we're pushing every detail forward, from gameplay to presentation, from deeper authenticity to new innovations. Every part of these experiences have been shaped with a purpose, because when you all step on that virtual field, when you pick up the controller, we want you to feel confidence, control, and clarity. We want you to feel that this is the strongest version of football we've ever delivered. That's how we feel. So tonight, we are going to go deep, and I do mean deep, so get comfortable. Sit back and relax. Drum roll, please. We're going to
Man, said we're going to go deep tonight.
All the modes you care about, and the shared DNA across college football and Madden NFL. You will see the unique decisions we've made in each game to capture the wide-open explosiveness of college football and the precision playmaking of the NFL. In short, College Football 27, Saturday is going to feel more like Saturday, and in Madden NFL 27, Sunday is going to feel more like Sunday.
What you
Does that
mean
sound
by
good to
it?
you guys? Want to hear more? Okay. Before we get into the games, I do want to take a step back and share with you how we're thinking about the future of football at EA Sports. We're evolving college football and Madden NFL around 3 core pillars. So first, and I know all of you in the room are going to like this, gameplay above everything.
I like that.
That means authentic, responsive football with more control, smarter AI, and signature movement that feels true to the athletes, teams, and sport we represent. It also means we're investing in new ways to capture real-world football data through our
New
internal
engine?
partners like
Oh.
TrackCab, helping us unlock deeper
Okay,
realism,
never mind.
better movement, and new possibilities in the future. Stay tuned for that. Second, connected careers with more life.
What you mean
Guys,
by
we
that?
continue to invest deeply in the modes our players spend the most time in, building football career and franchise experiences that are more authentic, more dynamic, more social, and more connected across both college and Madden NFL. And in fact, that high school to Hall of Fame journey is something that only EA Sports can deliver. And third, fandom without limits. In the very near future, we're going to provide more ways for football fans to represent their teams, show their creativity, play their way, and connect to the sport they love. With new tools, new experiences, and a new football platform connected and rewarding you and your fandom year-round. There is much more to come on that, but we are very excited for the future of football.
I don't know what that mean, but okay.
All right, now speaking of platforms, we want every football fan to
Oh,
feel
it's
connected
coming to
across our
Steam.
ecosystem. So that's
College
why
coming to
I'm
PC.
excited to share with you all tonight that College Football 27 will launch on PC for the first time. I've seen the comments. I know you wanted to hear that. It's coming. So it will
The
join Madden
mods?
NFL,
Oh
giving our
my
PC
gosh.
community the chance to play both college football
The
and
videos
Madden
I
at
can
the
make on
highest
there
fidelity
from the
possible.
PC would be so much easier,
I'm also
bro.
excited to share that EA Sports College Football is coming to mobile this year, bringing the power and beauty of Frostbite gameplay and an all-new Dynasty experience later this year.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Now, I might be biased, but I think it's the best-looking game on a mobile device from a sports perspective. So whether you play on console, PC, or mobile, football fans have more ways to play college football and Madden NFL anywhere, anytime. All right, now, without further ado, let's get to our
I
first
said July
look
what?
at College Football 27
July
and Madden
9.
NFL 27. College Football 27 is built to reflect the modern, evolving college football landscape, delivering new ways to play in Dynasty, Road to Glory, Ultimate Team, and more. Our goal is to create an experience with depth, challenge, emotion, and the current real-world college football decision-making landscape. So whether you're building your program, becoming a five-star recruit, or creating your ultimate team of current or legendary players, College Football 27 is built around one question. Are you doing it for the you or for yourself? This is College Football 27.
Okay, here we go. That's what we want to see right here.
Some players who walk through that tunnel, onto that field, grew up dreaming about putting on this uniform. They've rooted for this team their whole life and want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Some have another dream: the money, the deals, the cars, those shiny teeth. That's college football now. I get it. Everyone's got to make a name for themselves. Truth is, I don't care why you show up. I care what happens after you do.
Ooh, did y'all see the little stutter?
I care if you love to compete.
Dynamic weather, I think that's what that was showing.
And if it turns into one thing on Saturday, winning. That's why I want you here. That's what you're here to do.
Oh Lord, they done had the 6-7 freaking celebration in the game.
And there's no better place to do it.
I don't know, something about that pulls at the heartstrings. The music, college football, it's just amazing. We are honored to have Coach Signetti representing the reigning national champions in this year's trailer. Congratulations once again to the University of Indiana. Now don't worry, I know you want more than that. The development team is going to come out here and take you much deeper in just a few moments. including gameplay and what's new across your favorite modes in college football. But before we do that, I do want to get you just as hyped on Madden NFL 27. Madden NFL 27 brings meaningful innovation for every type of player. Whether you come for precision gameplay, superstar mode, of course franchise mode, or presentation that makes
Available
every game
August
feel connected to the
13th.
night of the week, your team's traditions, or the moment in the virtual season that you're in right now. And I'm very happy to share that Madden NFL 27 represents our second consecutive year of a deep investment and a major leap forward for franchise mode players. This year, franchise mode is designed to bring the action to you in a more alive and dynamic way, putting you in control of the decision that defines a GM, a coach, or an entire league. In Madden NFL 27, it's your league. All right, let's take a look at how one of our newest GMs sees it. Check it out.
I'm the champion. Huh? What's there to talk about? Undefeated season, Super Bowl champions. I mean, has any other team shut out all their opponents during the regular season and through the playoffs in the Super Bowl before? Oh, no, really? We're the first one? Oh, well, that'll be a fun trivia question going forward. Next question. I'm a decision maker. It's what I do. It's not my fault the rest of the league can't keep up. Blame them. But really blame me, because I've raised the bar super high. My first decision? Lock down my franchise QB. Caleb, what I'm telling you, big guys, I love you. And you want to know how you know I love you? Because I'm giving you all my money.
Good use of funds.
Size, athleticism, IQ, chill under pressure. Caleb Williams is permafrost. We've done the focus groups, we've done the straw polls. They love it. It's permafrost. Look, I'm not some indecisive GM without a plan who's just gonna pull a 48-year-old quarterback out of retirement just because I can.
Vince, checking on that backup QB gig.
How many touchdowns? The answer is yes. How do we stop this? Yes. You're my guy and you're in.
Thanks, Vince.
All right, great seeing you.
Building something special here.
Not a chance. Cheryl! We got a red one in here. We talked about it. It all starts at the negotiation table. Lucky I like to talk. No. I'll find the money, Jacob. Trade requests, extensions, holdouts. Leonard, there is an I in win. And there's also an I in Vince. A lot of pageantry. You totally did the right thing. You're fired, but you handled it well. Bye-bye. And you gotta have a deft touch with this stuff.
Works for me.
On the field, I like to score. Call me crazy. I'm a scheme guy, though. I don't just run the same play over and over just because it works. JK. Everyone's excited about what we've been building. We're 6-0, so I just expect to go to 7-0 and 8-0 and 9-0. My favorite scheme? Get the ball to the money players. The NFC's real hungry.
Golly, what's a feast without a little gravy?
But defense wins championships, so I stole an all-pro corner from an unsuspecting casual.
He called me brother and then ripped me off?
This gig is all about keeping your emotions in check.
That's our best player!
Demand a trade? You were talking to Vince Vaughn, ain't you?
Vince has been unbelievable.
Hey, I like that.
He's new to this, but it appears to be Vince's world, and we're all just living in it.
You can never get comfortable in this league. That's why I prefer to stay 6 steps ahead. Since you can't predict the weather, I turned the temp way down. Everyone copied that one. I also created a whole new menu, Chicago dogs only. Feels nice to be recognized. Last Sunday, I ran nothing but Tampa 2 to take away all those drags you guys love to run.
Goodbye, drag routes.
I have no idea what's going on right now. He was the GM, now he's the coach. What's next? Vince Vaughn at quarterback?
I think it's important to get this out of the way. Bear claw! The rumors are true. Hibernate! Picnic! I'm the coach, I'm the GM, and now I'll be playing quarterback.
That's not clown.
Honey!
Am I in on Vince Vaughn at quarterback? He's 56.
Nothing can replace just literal decades of life experience.
Decades and decades and decades.
This is a joke, right?
I can play till 56.
He's 6'5", he's your traditional pocket passer. The knees aren't what they used to be. I kind of want to see it.
You know, Caleb's supportive. We're going to have a spot for him, but I think he's just loving watching me play quarterback. I mean, we're a team. Everyone puts the team first, and that's why I'm running everything. To all the haters out there, do me a favor. Stick around and watch it. It'll be more of the same next year. Thank you again. Go Bears. Would you look at that? I mean, do I deserve a statue next to Sweetness? I'm not saying I don't. Maybe you'll get one too.
Maybe.
Time to run it back.
I'm a chairman of the board. I'm a chairman of the board. Said I'm a chairman.
Pre-orders just
Love
open
Vince Vaughn. He's a
for
legendary
game,
Bears fan if you
guys.
didn't know, and now he's apparently a legendary Bears GM. So we can't wait for you to get your hands on the new franchise improvements and experience a league that truly reacts to you this season. You're going to hear a lot more about that in just a few moments when Clint is up here. Are you ready to go deeper than that, though? Those are just trailers. You want to hear more? I'm guessing you do. Come on. All right. All right, so stick around for the entire show because we're going to unveil the games, and you'll find out how to get beta access and feel it for yourselves. You'll learn how to pre-order and join a brand new program that delivers the most value we've ever offered. And you'll see your favorite community members, all you lovely people in the room here tonight, and creators play the games for the first time and share their reactions. So once again, welcome to the opening drive.
We just heard about where football is going. Now, let's show you how it plays. Because this year, EA Sports isn't just building games, they're building a connected football experience. From Fridays to Saturdays to Sundays, every moment, every decision, every snap is now connected. It all starts on the gridiron. To take us through how it all comes together on the field, here's Senior Game Designer Director, the OG, Scott O'Gallagher.
Oh my God, man, boy, they got the snow all on the jerseys and everything. Jesus.
Well, I come, baby. Let's get this thing cracking now. All right, gameplay above everything. The first thing I said is you damn right, baby. Who is excited to see some gameplay right now over college and Madden football? We have an exciting feature set for you, and I got to admit, you guys seeing my face this early, it's throwing me off for a little bit because, Nick, usually it's you, me, and then we're watching Bordeaux catch an L to one of our college athletes. Don't get it twisted, though. You're still better than Bengal. No doubt about it. All right, let's talk about how we bring all of this together. Every year after the season ends, we get, in our mini
time-based catching
called pre-production. And then, we look at themes and things that you guys say because your feedback is essential to what we do. So let's look at how we broke this down. You first told us that you wanted more tools defensively. The AI logic needed to be better. You wanted more control on the other side of the football, and that's why we rallied behind defense wins championships. Next is built from game day. This is our authenticity pillar. We know that every team is somebody's favorite team, and you're going to see how we delivered that this year. And then last but not least is play your way. With all the features you're going to hear tonight, the different settings, how are we giving you the tools to ultimately play your way? And now let's get to it. Defense wins championships, and it starts fundamentally. For years, one of the biggest holes that we have had to sure up that we did this year was what we call look for work. What is look for work? That's that middle linebacker seeing that drag coming right at you, and he can anticipate. In our game last year and in previous and any other football game made, defending in the zone, they didn't move until they got into their zone. That all changes here. And we're going to go right here to the film room, and we're going to see Fred Warner here. And I want you to see his ability to look for work. Love drops. He's in his hook zone. He's going to drop properly. He's going to anticipate it. Love has to make a call. We're throwing a pick. Here we go. We're moving. Next, from there we said, all right, now that we've gotten look for work in the game, how do we give the users more tools to control how they want to play in zones? And now we're introducing smart zones. So now, both on an individual or team level, you can decide how aggressive that you want them to be. Do you want that Mike backer because the mesh concept is driving you crazy and you want to get up and take that away? Just put him in ultra aggressive. Is the quarterback killing you with that two ball or that deep over? Put him in ultra conservative and he'll prefer routes and prioritize routes behind him. Here, we're going into aggressive. They're running that slant concept. Pick six. Ooh. We're going back to the crib. We are giving you more options than you have ever had before. Come on, we got to clap that up. This is defense we're talking about here, fellas. We're talking defense. All right, But we know that football is not perfect, and there is a lot of, you call the perfect defensive play, you're clamping them up, you got them strapped and locked up like the kids say these days, and then all of a sudden the quarterback is going to evade the pocket. I mean, we got the legend Michael Vick sitting over there. Shout out to the legend, clap it up for the legend. But the thing is similar to Madden 2004 summer, you guys are still trying to play it the same way. You get out and you're just scrambling everywhere. And so we had to introduce what is real, and real football is plaster logic. No longer are guys just standing around and just covering grass like your favorite City League flag football player. They are out here moving, attaching, locking, and ultimately clamping, and hopefully giving you a better chance not to give up those big plays. Shout out to Mike Vick, the greatest Madden player that we've ever had. And now here, we meet with hundreds of coaches, defensive coordinators all around the NFL and college football. And this thing here, we are now providing 25 new coverage checks. How do you want to play bunch? How do you want to play trips? How do you want to play stack? The options are endless. You can set them in the front end to then you be like your favorite coordinator. And now we get into our wide receiver press. I saw Ocho Cinco earlier in here, but I mean, no one did it better than him. One of my favorite routes, or one of my favorite NFL films, he's like, I need you right here. That's everything I said to our dev team. It felt like every time we were going over this feature. Now, with our wide receiver defensive press improvements, receivers actually have logic around the route they are trying to run. If they're running a deep out, they're going to try to win on the outside. If they're running a deep in, they're trying to get to the inside. On the other side of that coin, corners, and now leverage is going to mean more than it even did last year and ever before, because we have boosted chances when they are in the appropriate leverage. And then we go to jostle. Some of my favorite cornerbacks of all time, guys like Aeneas Williams, Darrelle Revis. These guys were clamp corners. And our game has always been hard to replicate them because they were not known as the fastest, even though they certainly could run. They were great with technique, really physical. And so how are we going to do that? That is with our brand new wide receiver DB jostle system. And now you as a user, you can attach.
Oh, hell no.
You can get them at the stem of the route and really play with the timing of them. Or you can attach when the ball is in flight. And keep in mind, when you are attached, you are slowing the wide receiver down, thus putting yourself in the best position to make a play. And here we go, built from game day, baby. Every player is somebody's favorite player. I want you guys to take a look at Colin Simmons. You see him. He's one of the best defensive ends that there is out there. You see all of his physicals and the different tiers. Over the past couple of years, you guys have been very vocal that you preferred the tiered ability system. And we listened because this is your game. So with that, the tiered ability system is going to debut in Madden NFL 27. Clap that up as you asked for it. And being a lifelong Rams fan,
if that means you can't change ability, that's nice.
A single game in 30 years, I am going to formally welcome Myles Garrett to the Rams house. Myles Garrett, thank you, brother. Can't wait to have you. All right, those two guys dominated in the trenches. When you looked at our game and you looked at real life, where it really broke down was, when it's goal line on goal line, big on big, 13 personnel. It just didn't look like what you see on Saturdays and Sundays. Until now, we've got brand new 2-player, 3-player, 4-player animations. We've got cut blocking, submarine techniques to really make it so you have to earn every yard inside those situations. My boy Kurt over here just says, yeah, it feels a lot heavier now. It's a different experience to really get those 4th and 2s, 4th and 1s. And when you talk about inside the trenches,
what is that?
Sneak. And you say, what the hell am I looking at here? Yep, you got a QB sneak meter, right? And you see the green. Let's talk about the green. The green all comes in. The first thing that we look at is your center, your 2 guards, and then your quarterback. And then we'd say, all right, we're going to take those ratings and we're going to compare them. Do you have anybody in a zero technique? Are both A-gaps filled? And then when it goes side to side, that is all dependent on the situation. Is it a long 4th and 1? Is home field advantage rocking? What type of scenario is really at play here? But the point being, quarterback sneaks are no longer automatic. Clap that up. I know you're excited. Everybody at home is excited.
They don't want
We gotta love the trenches. And you know the motto, if it's in the game, it's in the game, baby. The tush push. It's made its way to Madden NFL 27. Probably maybe only Philly fans are happy about that. Come on, man. All right, Simheads, rejoice. What you've been asking for, home field advantage is back, and it's back in the way that you asked. You're going to see a decimal meter that represents the crowd volume.
That's hard.
It was imperative that we made Kansas City or Arrowhead really feel like Arrowhead. And Arrowhead should feel different in November than it does in January. And that is exactly what's going to come when you play your game in here in a few. And nothing screams home field advantage like dynamic
Oh my
weather.
gosh, that's
I know you
fire.
guys are excited about dynamic weather, but that situation that changed the game in the AFC Championship game where it was clear and then it was nothing but snow flurries in the second half, that can happen in your game as well. But keep in mind, as the weather gets worse, the gameplay only gets tougher, so good luck with that. All right. Let's getting to play your way.
That's hard.
And nothing
I can't lie
screams
about
play
that.
your way like timing-based catching. Timing-based catching for years, whether it's the toe drag swag, the catch in traffic, trying to moss somebody, that has all been subject to ratings until now. And let's talk about what you're dealing with here. Red, you're too late. You dropped it. All right, take your ass back to the huddle. Let's get to a new play. Next, we're slightly early. When it goes into early, we're back into ratings. And the size of your yellow depends on how good your receiver is. And then there's green. You know my background. You know the kids love greens, right? But here's the thing with the greens. The greens are dynamic. This all depends on the situation. How good is your receiver? Who's covering him? How covered is he? What type of catch are you going for? Point being is that now, for the first time ever, the choice is yours. And you know what else I love it? Oh, gee, I can't catch the ball, man. Your game's broke. Fix your game, man. Okay, well, go turn the setting on, pal. Here you go. Go have at it. All right? And then, two, it works on both sides of the ball. So you want to clamp up and then hit your TBC, go have at it. Go have some fun. We're locking up on the defensive end this year, fellas. All right, now we're moving on to custom adjustments. Some of you out here tried to leak it. You tried. No, winners win out here. There's only so much you were going to be able to do, right? There's a lot more meat on this bones, all right? Custom adjustments are about giving players their own unique football language. You see it every Saturday and Sunday. There's a call. They're going to a combo call. There's a big macro that has multiple adjustments on one call, and now you can do that here. You're going to go into your custom adjustments. You're going to create your custom adjustment. Everything that we've ever had at pre-snap or at coaching adjustment is available to you. From there, you name it, and you can make up to 20 on offense and then make 20 on defense. The catch, Nick, you like this. The catch is you can only go into game with 10. 10 on offense and 10 on defense, okay? Now I've made a custom adjustment. How do I call it? Well, look at your favorite play, figure out which one you're going to call. We're looking at cover 3 sky here, fellas. We just hold down that button right next to your stunts and twists. There's your macro. That's your custom adjustment right there. You can go and get busy. All right.
Probably won't use that whole much.
You come out in pre-play, and someone's running some type of cheese. You go, okay, well, I got something for this. I'm going to tap L1. L1 is our custom adjustment button. You go there, you hit L1, and call whatever one you got. Right? You got 10 of them to choose. You got all the options you want, right? All right, we're starting to cook here. So now, typically, I'm going to press my DBs up. I'm going to pinch my line, show blitz. I would have went through multiple different stages just to get to this. Now I've got it all in 2. All in 2. Yeah, shout out. Yep, you know what time it is. Winners win. We don't play around here, you know? We're making it, this is the best right here. And let's get to this. When you talk about custom adjustments, one of my favorite parts of this feature, and there's a ton of you in here, right? There's a lot of what I call 1%ers that are the best of the best, but there are a lot who love the game, who play the game. who play it and they're sitting next to their buddy. Dude, I know you're scrambling. I know you're running. I know you are. How do I stop it? Right? And you don't want to deal with the sweat fest. Rob Jones does not want to deal with the sweat fest at the line of scrimmage. So therefore, he just hits L1, presses A, and now he's got both ends in contain. He's got a QB spy, and we are clamping up that quarterback scramble. Ben Kurt, we're loving that, aren't you, buddy? Yep, shout it out to it. All right? This is everything. You got all these types of defaults on offense and defense. You've never had control at this level before. All right, now you've heard a bunch of different features, right? And now what should you expect? When it comes to on the sticks between Madden and college football, college is still all about wide open gameplay, being loose in control, making those big plays, those side-to-side plays like one of my favorites, Reggie Bush. And then you look at Madden, it's all about everybody's fast in the NFL. It's tight, it's pro-level precision. Playbooks. It's the wide splits in Tennessee and Oklahoma. It's about spread, being more variety. Tempo is everything. Here, it's about the deeper schemes, more compressed, chest-level strategy. The smarter game is over at Madden football. And then you look at coverage, base shells, bigger wind differentiation, bit more zone windows. In the NFL, you're talking simulated pressures, disguised looks, and just overall smarter adjustments. In the trenches, the difference between the best player in college football and worst is much bigger than it is in the NFL. So you've got bigger run lanes where you got elite gap integrity, pocket battles every snap. It's the best of the best. AI play, we got base progressions. These are student athletes, even though we got our guy Dante Moore here, who is one hell of a player. And then you look at here, my guy Matt Stafford, at that level, these guys are surgeons. This is what you're going to see when you pick up the sticks on Madden 27. And then abilities. In college, you get a max of 5. What you know and love is still there. Madden takes the tiered system and says, you know what? They're unlimited. A player can have an unlimited number of abilities. Again, stars feeling like stars. And then there's home field advantage, where you're in Death Valley and it's an actual weapon, or you're going into Arrowhead and you got to execute under pressure. There is a lot of things coming, and I cannot wait. This is the smartest football game we have ever made. It is the most authentic football game we have ever made, and it's the most control you have ever had. Trust me on that. It is one game of football, but these are two totally different experiences, and I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on this thing. I need you guys just to lock in, and I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Winners win, and I'm out. Much love to everybody. Back to you, Nick.
We just saw how much more control, strategy, and football intelligence is being built into gameplay this year. So let's bring in someone who can speak to that from both sides. A former NFL quarterback and a serious player of these games, none other than Mr. Kurt Bankert. Kurt, appreciate you spending some time with us. It's an exciting day here. I know you just watched OG. That was a lot to digest, but as a former NFL quarterback, the control that you have offensively and defensively, the sheer number of adjustments they're giving to players, how is that going to change how people play the game at home?
You know, I think people are going to need to develop their own game plans and answers for problems that they come up with. And that's something OG and I talked about a lot getting through last Madden into this one is at the line of scrimmage, I wanted more control, and I think everybody wanted more control, and that's what we're seeing. And you even have to build your game plans with the adjustments to bunches and stacks. This thing is so deep, and it feels more like the real game that they play on Sundays, and I'm loving it so far.
They're bringing that authenticity. Are you excited to get your hands on the game?
Oh, man, I need it. I need it.
I know this man is going to be out in the streets. Appreciate you hanging out with us, man.
Always good to see you.
What a day we're having out here in Chicago. That's what makes these innovations so exciting. It's not just about more features. It's about giving players more ways to play, more ways to think, more ways to adjust, and play football the way they want to play it. So that's how the game plays. Now let's talk a little bit about those guys at home. Maybe we got Dynasty heads at home? I think we probably have some Dynasty heads home. To take us through Dynasty, we've got none other than Christian McLeod, a former Michigan State Spartan like myself and production director for College Football 27.
It is so exciting to be here in Chicago, a great hub of the Big Ten. And how about a big round of applause? All the mascots out there today, great Big Ten representation. Saw a little Albert the Gator, Raider Red. You guys are cool too. Sparty and I were originally going to do this as a team. Thought better, but I got you out there, Sparty. We appreciate you. So something we've been working on for years is a way to create the unsolvable puzzle in Dynasty mode. It started in College Football 25 and 26 with the introduction and refinement of coach archetypes and skill trees, balancing that with coordinators to create an RPG-like system where your decisions matter in crafting your program. For the last 3 years, we've had a vision for Dynasty to create the unsolvable puzzle for you, the fans, where every Dynasty, every season, every school feels different and evolves over time, truly giving you 138 ways to play. Now for College Football 27, we're introducing the single biggest change to Dynasty mode since we first introduced recruiting in Dynasty Blueprint. Dynasty Blueprint is a full program management system that allows you to use a Dynasty points budget. You're able to hire staff, upgrade your facilities, and utilize the points on the recruiting trail in the form of NIL. But before we dive too deep into Dynasty Blueprint, we need to talk about the ultimate wild card in the system, and it's the personality and expectations of each school's athletic director. Each school is unique. Each school will have a different demeanor, with each demeanor impacting how difficult passing or failing an expectation will be. There's hundreds of expectations ranging from winning on the field and the recruiting trail to developing and maintaining facilities and even some school-specific goals that are ingrained in the very identity of those schools. So if you are Ohio State, you better beat Michigan every single year to stay off the hot seat. Ensuring you're meeting your goals and your AD expectations is going to be key to sticking around, because you want to think, or you might have to think twice about jobs in the coaching carousel. So do you have the right coaching archetype to get the job done? Are the expectations too high based on your career level? Does the school's AD have a different vision for the program that you want to build? This is what's going to set your Dynasty Blueprint in motion, and what makes it even cooler, these are dynamic. They're going to change season to season based on success and failure. So, you've selected your team, you manage your AD expectations, you're going to be asked to allocate some of your budget to your team support staff. Coordinators will already be on your staff in year one. They can be hired once you get to the carousel in the offseason. We'll get to that in a little bit. But this is where you're going to add a variety of staff that can assist with accruing more Dynasty points, helping with recruiting, increasing player progression, or potentially reducing NIL asks. Keep in mind, though, these skills all work as a multiplier or a potential counterbalance to your coaching archetype, so choosing the proper mix of staff based on your skill tree and your coordinators is going to be key. And based on overwhelming community feedback, once you get to the offseason, you are now able to offer any coach or coordinator a job. It's good, it's exciting. This is what Mills, you wanted this, right? Expected Dynasty point values are going to be based on the coach and your school, so you don't just expect to go in there, throw a giant bag of Dynasty points at somebody and expect them to sign with your team. But more on that later. We're going to talk about the coaching carousel in a little bit. Next up, facilities. Facilities control how much XP your players are going to accrue, with each level also unlocking equipment slots. These slots are going to allow you to reduce injuries, reduce wear and tear, increase season health, and extend the life of your facilities. That's right. Facilities degrade over time. So not just important that you increase your facilities if you want to ensure your players are performing at the best, but you're also going to want to make sure that you budget enough to maintain those facilities or risk potentially losing players to injury or on the recruiting trail as your facility grade drops. The final place where you're going to spend your budget is around NIL for recruits, players already on your team, and in the transfer portal. You're going to be able to use NIL to help bring in high school recruits, but not all recruits will require NIL. These are going to be dependent on your school's prestige, proximity to the recruit, and also the school grades. All of these will determine the desired NIL of the player at your school. Important, NIL is not an instant win mechanic on the recruiting trail. It's a scholarship bonus that can be increased or decreased depending on how you're trending with that recruit. It's still important that you hit on your recruit's perfect pitch, visits, deal breakers, if you want to lock that player into a committed state. You can also adjust your offers as recruiting boards begin to take shape, but be careful. You may upset your recruit and cause them to flip on you. Even more important than ever, because we have a brand new recruiting mechanic in College Football 27.
Jeez.
Verbal commits. Big time. We're excited about this one. Verbal commits are going to add a risk-reward mechanic to recruiting and also change how you allocate your NIL bonuses. Don't think that once you've got a verbal, you can reallocate NIL or stop recruiting, because that player could potentially decommit, flip on you, go somewhere else. NIL also needs to be managed at the end of the season on your current roster. Players' NIL asks will fluctuate based on star ratings, overall performance, if they won awards. You need to ensure you're correctly budgeting for NIL roster fluctuations, and that can be the difference between retaining players in the offseason or potentially losing emerging stars based on their dynamic deal breakers. Building your program and budgeting your dynasty points wisely all culminates in the new coaching carousel for College Football 27. We're very excited about this one. New this year, you're going to be able to express interest in schools even if they're not on the top candidates list. No more 6 schools only. You can throw your hat into the ring. But be careful. Expressing interest in too many schools is going to impact your coach stability grade if you stay at your current school. And as mentioned earlier, you now have the ability to make offers to coaches across the country at various different coach levels, not just a preset of interested coaches. And dynasty points can be used to sweeten that pot and increase that interest, making up to 6 offers per coordinator, allowing you to lock in that program-changing hire. So we are excited, and incredibly excited actually, to see all of the battles that break out in online dynasties, who's going to be battling for those coordinators, and just super pumped about that whole situation. But that is not all. Outside of Dynasty Blueprint, we have added much more to Dynasty. We have added wear and tear management. Super exciting here. We have added, based on community feedback, expanded league history. You can go back to the 1800s now and take a look at league history. Expanded team historical stats. Coach mode is now in Dynasty mode. It's exciting. User selectable crowd themes before you go into your Dynasty games. Very exciting. And Stadium Builder inside of Team Builder. And one quick note on this as well, you will be able to edit your teams in Team Builder at the start of every single Dynasty year. So no more one and dones. This was an absolutely huge year for Dynasty, and our team in Orlando cannot be more excited to give you this program management sandbox to see all the different ways you're going to build your programs on the quest for a national championship.
Dynasty is one of those modes where everybody has a story. Maybe you're taking over a powerhouse. Maybe you're building up a small school. Maybe you're chasing that perfect recruiting class. And this year, it looks like there are even more layers to what it means to actually run a program. So let's bring in someone who lives and breathes this mode. Bordeaux joining us at the desk to break down what stood out. First of all, are you happy you're not playing a cover athlete?
I am so thankful.
I figured.
If I still lose to the computer, it is what it is.
Well,
but
let me ask you, have you picked out the school you're going with next year? Can you give us a little spoiler?
No idea.
Yeah, okay,
I haven't
no
even
spoilers.
started counting down yet.
No
so
spoilers.
We got a long way to go.
As somebody who lives and breathes this mode, what are you most excited about from what you saw in that presentation?
Definitely just having to manage the budget and be able to really struggle with a small school. I want to struggle, and the difference maker between like Kent State versus Ohio State, got like a 25x different in budget. It's going to be very hard. Might take 20 years. I don't know yet, but scary.
And by the way, as a content guy, once
Yes,
that
sir.
5-star recruit decommits, you're going to have a video. You're going to have to do a press conference for that one.
I might have to just lose my mind. And also, when they come back and they're asking for twice as much money, that is also really frustrating.
Hey, I can't wait to see. I know we're going to get the tweets coming out about what team you're choosing, so I can't wait to see who you
Absolutely.
choose. I appreciate you hanging out
Yes,
with
sir.
us. So let's shift from building a program to building a player. This is Road to Glory.
Give me a sheet.
Road to Glory has always been a mode that's been rooted in meaningful decisions and managing your potential. Every player enters a road to glory with talent and opportunity, but talent alone does not define a career. This year, Road to Glory is all about how you can maximize that talent and your journey through high school to the Hall of Fame. And it begins with an all-new way of building your player. We're excited to announce that 3 new positions will be coming to Road to Glory this year: edge rusher, tight end, and free safety.
Okay, that's better.
Also new this year, right, is how you're going to build your player. You've got a decision point to make. Do you try to become a one of one, or do you use a legend template? If you choose to go the one-on-one route, you're going to be tasked with allocating your skill points to create your rating caps. Once you get to college, you will be able to upgrade individual attributes. There will also be opportunities to earn cap breakers that you can truly make you one of one and one of the best players in college football of all time. You can also choose a legend template. This is going to allow you to set a base archetype based on college football greats. Cap breakers are also in play here, so if you're looking to take a Legends ratings to the next level, you can. So we talked about rooting the mode in meaningful decisions. So new this year, we're going to be tracking those decisions throughout your career through what we're calling Legacy Score. Legacy Score is a collection of meaningful moments in your career, and it starts with your star rating in high school. And it's going to ladder all the way through another new addition, which is your NFL draft score. Every game you play, every play you make, every award you win adds up on your legacy score, and it's going to move you up the draft boards. The journey still begins in high school this year. Players loved high school. They said it was fast, fun. We heard the feedback, but we also heard the feedback that you did not feel you were being rewarded enough for base mechanics and objectives. We've rooted those objectives in situations and teaching the mechanics of the positions, while also adding hundreds of new team impacts to make you feel way more rewarded on positive plays. Also new to College Football 27 is the ability to import team builder teams into high school for all of your opponents and for your college teams. In college, practice has been completely reworked. We have over 100 new football fundamentals and drills available to teach the game, earn your player XP, and reward your stick skills. Off the field, a new fitness meter has been added, impacting your player's XP, multipliers, weight, ratings increases and decreases. You're going to have to balance that fitness because off the field, we have over 100 new scenarios. Audrey may be coming back. Spoiler alert. Many are going to throw curveballs that your player's going to have to manage on their quest for the Heisman, the national championship, or the #1 overall pick in the upcoming draft. But you cannot forget about the classroom. New to College Football 27 are tests and quizzes, actual tests and quizzes. So depending on how prepared you are, your academic meter is going to impact how hard the test is going to be. So feel free to spend time on the practice field and wing your test, but if you have a big geology test coming up, you may need to spend some time hitting the books to ensure you're academically eligible. These are actually very hard and very fun. The transfer portal also completely overhauled. We have brand new coach interactions. We have deeper context around schools providing you offers, or your coach may potentially ask you to leave the school. It could happen as well. And if you manage your time and energy successfully on and off the field, you may just have the chance to be invited to New York for the penultimate award in college football, the Heisman Trophy celebration. Road to Glory in College Football 27 is the culmination of a 3-year vision where we wanted to give users the ability to craft their own legacy through meaningful decisions. We cannot wait to see the archetypes created by the community and watch the content created by you, the fans. But the journey doesn't stop in college. There's much more waiting for you and your player when they make it to the NFL.
Dynasty is about building the program. Road to Glory is about building you. This is where the college football journey gets personal, from who you are as a player to the position you play to the identity you create on and off the field. And we've got the perfect group here to talk about that because they're living the real version of this journey right now. Here now with college cover stars Dante Moore, Malachi Tony, and Kejuan Lacey. Gentlemen, appreciate you guys coming up and chatting with us. What an exciting time for you guys to be on the cover of College Football 27. Dante, I want to ask you, as somebody who we've got these legacy scores, we've got these legend builds. You can build your player based on somebody. Was there somebody that when you were growing up, you were modeling your game after?
Yeah, that's why I wear number 5. I kind of wanted to be like Braxton Miller growing up in Ohio State. Kind of wanted to model my game.
The Ohio State University. I just want to make sure they heard that. Braxton Miller. All right, carry on.
But yeah, I feel like this Braxton, the way he played the game, the way he was competitive, the way he, moved the ball down the field, I feel like I was, model my game after him.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Malachi, those big moments, they play so well in the game. Do you feel like those big moments are something that adds to your legacy as a player when you're able to make a moment that makes it on SportsCenter Top 10?
Yeah, I feel like big moments shape you as a player because pressure is a privilege. And some players rise up to the occasion and some don't, but one moment or play don't define you as a player.
All right, Kejuan, I got to ask you the hard question. You can pick a lot. We got new players, new positions you can choose in Road to Glory this year. If you weren't a running back, what position are you playing?
I would probably play like nickel, safety, something like that.
You'd be lurking that center field out there. You'd be ready to lay some lumber out there.
Yeah.
Our cover athletes up here. Gentlemen, congratulations on making the cover, and good luck this year. That's exactly what we're capturing in Road to Glory, those same decisions, those same trade-offs, playing out every step of your journey. And that's what makes the experience so powerful, because everything you do here carries forward, from high school to college to the NFL. Let's take a look at what happens when that journey continues at the next level. This is Superstar.
My name is Clint Oldenburg. I'm a production director for Madden NFL. It is great to be here in Chicago, home of the Bears. We get to talk some football tonight. What could be better than that? But before I dive into Superstar, I do want to give a shout out to the development teams from Tiburon. Around the world watching tonight, they are still putting the finishing touches on these games. They're working from Victoria, Austin, Madrid, and Orlando. Please join me in giving the team a round of applause. All right, let's dive into Superstar, okay. Like Christian said, you're coming in to the NFL from college. You've made it to the league. What you build in college acts as the foundation for the next level. And at Superstar, that starts with your skill set and your draft grade. But any NFL player will tell you, getting drafted is just the beginning. It's not about just getting here. It's about what you do once you arrive. In addition to our existing 5 positions, Superstar has more ways to play this year. Just like in Road to Glory, you can continue your path across 3 new positions, including tight end, free safety, and edge rusher. So now you're here. In Superstar, the journey is just as important as the destination. And this journey is about becoming the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Every decision and every performance will shape your legacy, testing whether you have what it takes to get to Canton. For us this year, everything starts with progression. How your career develops is based on the decisions you make both on and off the field. We've brought more depth and authenticity while giving you more control over how you build your play.
Same shit.
And the better you play, the more you'll earn influence within your league. To deepen progression, we've added new skill trees. You'll customize your development across your core skills, physicals, mentals, and abilities. And as Christian said on college, eventually cap breakers, becoming the exact player that you want to be. But those skills and abilities only matter if they have a meaningful impact on the field. So this year we've added another way to upgrade with specialties. As you level up, you'll start to unlock new in-game mechanics. These are specific to the gameplay inside a Superstar. One example shown here is for quarterbacks called Pressure Radar. When unlocked, it gives you a visual cue that shows you that pressure is near and where it's coming from. A sixth sense that separates the elite quarterbacks from everybody else. These are emergent mechanics unlocking more power the deeper you play, and they make your career more rewarding. Along the way, you'll hit several career-defining moments called boss battles. A new addition to Game Day Beats, these are spotlight matchups against the most elite players in the league, where the pressure is high, but the reward's just as great, and victory will have a major impact on your legacy. These moments aren't scripted. It's all about how you perform on the sticks against the best of the best. Both on and off the field, your career is shaped by the relationships you build. The improved sphere of influence tracks your relationships within your league, from coaches and teammates to local beat writers and even NFL legends. These relationships can unlock performance boosts, new gear, more play calling control, and for the media, have a real impact on if and when you get voted into the Hall of Fame. And that's not all. You can also unlock superstar powers, where you gain career-changing perks that influence how your team is built around you, from signing free agents to demanding a trade. Relationships matter, and managing them brings unprecedented control over your career and the league at large. With so many ways to develop your superstar, how do you keep focused on game day? To stay on track, you'll have the Superstar HUD, a one-stop shop where you can easily see your progress against weekly objectives, milestones, and wear and tear management, along with improved player grading. The HUD keeps you connected to your goals and makes sure that everything important is visible. As you experience the ups and downs of pro football, you'll find out that the league always keeps receipts. We're introducing a new system called the GOAT Tracker, which measures progress on your path to greatness over the course of your entire career. It tracks your skills, legacy, and popularity. It shows you exactly how you measure up to the best at your position, the true GOATs of the NFL. But your status is dynamic. It can fall just as fast as it rises. So stay focused. You're not just trying to fill the stat sheet. You're chasing NFL immortality.
How long is it? I've been live for an hour and 14 minutes.
Relationships matter. Every decision shapes your career. Every performance shapes your legacy. The question is, do you have what it takes to earn your gold jacket?
Now we're getting into Superstar, and this is where the career really starts. Draft night is the first big moment, but after that, it's about how you grow, how you perform, and how you become the kind of player the league has to pay attention to. And to talk about that, we had to bring in someone who knows all about becoming must-watch, the legend, none other than Chad Johnson being here with us. Oh, it's great to see you, my friend.
Hey, thank you for having me. I really appreciate that. Matter of fact, thank you for having me here to be a part of all of this.
Dude, of course.
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm the greatest Madden player of all time.
He said it. He said it. You'll out in the online streets, you can challenge him. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
We've got these new boss battles in Superstar mode. Who was a corner that maybe brought the best out of you? Who made you rethink how you played the game?
You know what? Matter of fact, not only made me rethink how I played the game, he made me want to retire. And that's Darrelle Revis. Obviously, one of the few battles that I've had that I lost, and I had 2 times, and I lost both times. So Revis, if you happen to see this, I want my rematch.
He wants his right here. Right here.
At some park, any park. I just want to put my cleats on and try again.
We've got this new GOAT tracker in the Superstar mode, and we talk about the GOATs of the game, guys like the Tom Brady's of the world. What separates the GOATs from the really goods?
You know what the funny thing about it is the NFL is the 1%ers. Everybody's fast. You know, everybody's quick, everybody can run, everybody can catch, everybody can throw. But what separates Tom Brady and the Peyton Mannings from the rest is upstairs.
All the mentals.
It's all mental. The game is 90% physical, and that 10% is what separates everybody else.
Last question. Do you want the smoke in Madden NFL 27 and College Football 27? You ready?
Who wants to lose?
I love that. I love that. We've seen what it takes to build a player, but at the NFL level, it's all about something bigger. Running a team and ultimately the entire league. This is my mode. This is franchise.
All right. let's talk about the most played mode in Madden, franchise. So we're going to set the stage first. We're going to put you on the hot seat. Day one, running the Chicago Bears, just like our friend Vince here that you saw earlier. You've locked up your franchise quarterback. Now everything else is on you. Building your roster, that's easy. Managing people, that's hard. What decisions will you make? The first thing you immediately realize, when you make those decisions, you must be ready to handle the impact. This year in franchise, you're not managing a spreadsheet. You're managing people. Franchise is now built on the all-new Persona engine. This is the second year in a multi-year mission to fundamentally change how franchise plays. It gives every player motivations, emotions, and behaviors that evolve dynamically over time. Just like real humans, these players think for themselves. Powered by Persona DNA, which are new traits that impact the culture of your team, from players' attitudes to contract negotiations to roster demands. And every reaction is based on your performance and the choices you make each week. So now you're gearing up for week one versus the Panthers. Kickoff is finally here. But don't get comfortable. NFL 365 does not wait for you. All the events coming from the Persona engine are delivered through the new weekly hub and emergent actions, where you can see your franchise reacting in real time through an experience built to feel like modern sports media. Fast, reactive, and always moving. This is the front door to your franchise. Storylines, personnel, and breaking news are emerging based on the choices you and the other teams are making each week for both human and AI-controlled teams. There's no scripts here. No two leagues play out the same. So you start the year hot, and Caleb's playing at an MVP level. How quickly expectations can change. The question becomes, do you have what it takes to win a Super Bowl now? Do you stay patient and trust the roster you have? Or do you go all in? You hear an emergent rumor that there's a generational talent on the trade block, a player that can turn a contender into the favorite overnight. Rams fans, stop me if you've heard this one recently. You decide to go all in. You trade multiple first-round picks for all-world pass rusher Max Crosby. That one decision doesn't just change your roster. It changes the entire league. Your locker room reacts. Your former starting edge is probably unhappy. Your salary cap tightens for the future. And the league responds. You now have that target on your back. What moves will happen as a result? Your decision-making and people management go beyond making big trades. One of the most fun new mini-games within the Persona engine is our all-new interactive negotiation mechanic. To negotiate like a pro, you must know the player you're working with and balance his needs with what's best for the team. Players can push back, hold out, demand more, or totally buy in, based on their unique mixture of Persona DNA. Let's walk through one of these negotiations. I got to go off script for this one, okay? So Joe Thuney, you're all pro left guard. Kurt, where you at? How important is a good left guard? Very important, yes. I also chose a left guard. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I used to be a lineman. So Thuney, great player, all pro. He's got a year or two left on his contract, and he's coming to the table. He wants to extend his contract one more year, probably his last opportunity to get a payday. So this is the negotiation screen. This is where you're going to land. If you direct your eyes up to the top, you can see those are the deal breakers that match his Persona DNA. He's coming to you. He wants a little bit more contract value up front. So we're going to give him that first 5% increase on his bonus. Here's where you see the negotiations. This is you as the coach talking to your player. This is the conversations that are happening in this minigame. And this is the really important part. You've got to balance, this is a time-based minigame. You've got to balance how quickly his patience runs out versus how interested he is in the contract offer that you're giving him. And these are the decision options. These are the ways you as the coach or the GM are going to push the conversation forward. And these are going to be dynamic every round of the negotiation based on what he's asking for and what's best for the team. If you take your eyes up to the upper right corner again, this is the Persona DNA that I talked about. If you look at the top one, the mindset, That's the dynamic one. Right now, he wants a contract extension. That's what it's telling you. And then you've got to look at his persona DNA to figure out what's important to him as a player to match the deal breakers. So I'm going to preview. I'm not going to lock in. I'm going to preview. What if I hold firm? What if I don't give Thuney his deal? We believe that number works for both sides. It respects you and keeps us where we need to be as a team. Like Kurt said, like I said, linemen are people. Linemen are important. We're not going to do that. We're going to give him that 15% bonus because I want this guy on my team to go win a Super Bowl with the Chicago Bears. We're going to give him more guaranteed money to extend his contract. He's in, he's bought in, signs the contract, and if you notice, his mindset has changed. He's now comfortable with the situation. So that's an example of a negotiation. There's many of these that you'll come across within your league. And to make negotiations feel even more real, we've added tools fans have demanded: holdouts, incentives, no trade clauses, trade demands. Come on, Mills. Come on, Mills. Tools that allow you ultimate agency in your decision making. And one additional detail: you can delegate any emergent action or negotiation to your staff at any time, but know that every decision you make will have consequences. And speaking of staff, we've also begun adding real-life coordinators into franchise. You'll see them come up on the sideline and the booth, along with more depth to our coach DNA systems. So your staff will play just as big a role in your success as your players, and add more longevity and authenticity to your league. Real-life coordinators only scratches the surface of how we're delivering for our community's wish list. I got to take a deep breath for this next slide. In addition to the negotiation tools I've already mentioned, the Persona Engine brings so much more. Holdouts, restricted free agents, free agent frenzy, franchise tags, transition tags, all of them. Undrafted free agent negotiations, super sim playbooks, plus coach mode, more segments and weekly recap and halftime show. And an all-new exclusive archetype for players who continue their career from college dynasty to Madden franchise. So, built on the back of our innovative new Persona Engine, franchise is now a living, breathing ecosystem. Every decision you make can create a ripple effect of dynamic reactions, from building your roster, to managing your players, to hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. It's your league, except now the league plays back.
Now let's bring in the guy you've just built a team around, Chicago Bears quarterback and the Madden NFL 27 cover athlete, Caleb Williams. Caleb, great to have you with us. How's today been for you? This had to be exciting.
Yeah, no, this is exciting. Fun times, childhood dream, and can't wait to play it myself.
What does it mean to you to be a Madden cover athlete?
Yeah, like I said, it was a childhood dream. It's super grateful. A lot of hard work to be put into this game, but also a lot of hard work that I put in to be in this position. And so to combine those two things, I'm really excited to be on the cover, and excited for a historic moment for myself and Chicago Bears.
Let me ask you, let me put you in the minds of a GM. I know you're busy playing quarterback, but if you're building a team, where are you starting? Are you getting weapons? Are you building offensive line? Are you starting defense first? What's the first thing you're building?
Yeah, just because if I'm playing the game, I'm probably going offensive line, defense, and then I'm going.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'll tell you this though, as a guy who lives in Detroit, you're causing a lot of pain for Lions fans out there. So you're going to chill out a little bit, or?
No, that's not.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. Caleb, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Congratulations on the cover, my friend.
Thank you.
Let's bring back our very own Sean Grady to talk about a brand new membership program.
All right, everybody, we are in the home stretch. Thank you so much for sticking around with us tonight. I do have one more thing for you, and that is today we are introducing a new way to access the full football experience. We know many of you play our games almost every day and buy our game every year, and until now, we haven't had a consistent way to recognize you as our most valued players. So this season, we're introducing a new EA Sports MVP Plus membership. This is a new membership program that gives our most dedicated players more value, more access, and more football for the same price as the MVP bundle. Now here are just a few highlights. Members will be the first to play earlier than ever before with 7 days early access. Members will receive guaranteed access to our beta programs. And by the way, that starts tonight for college football after the show, moments away. And members will receive exclusive progression content in some of your favorite modes, like franchise, like Dynasty in Madden and college football. And members will also receive exclusive launch content and content throughout each month in Ultimate Team to help you build and progress and compete with your fantasy team. All together, this is the most value we've ever offered at launch. And importantly, we're going to continue adding value to the MVP Plus membership over time so our most loyal fans feel rewarded and recognized playing college football and Madden NFL year after year. You can sign up for EA Sports MVP membership starting right now, as I said. And again, thank you all for joining us here tonight. We do have our creators starting right after this, so don't go anywhere. I hope you had a great night. This was our opening
Hey man,
drive.
I'm
Thank
out of
you to
here.